Hey, welcome back to another episode of Furious Tinkering with Steve. Today's activities. Basically, I was at work today and they had a box of tools that had been tagged out because they were no longer operational. So I inquired and they said, yeah, go ahead. If you want to take it home, do so. So I did that. And among all these tools, there was a bunch of DeWalt drills and impacts and batteries and chargers and corded drill, as well as a corded angle grinder, a Makita. So the grinder is rated fairly standard unit. It's seen, a fair bit of action, but these tools are pretty decently well made, and they do have some serviceable parts on them. So I thought to myself, okay, well, I'll take it home, rip it apart, and see if I can figure out what's going on. And that is where today's video will commence. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to remove these 4 Phillips screws. Some days I wish I was an octopus. Then I could hold the camera so that it wasn't jumping around like this for everybody's enjoyment. But you know what? The good Lord saw fit to give me only 2 arms, so here we are. Alrighty. So we got all 4 of those loosened off. The rubber separates fairly easily. And so what we're going to do is we're going to remove this screw here. Sorry about that. Now this switch mechanism, I am suspect of this because these have failed before. I have swapped these out before. It has a part number on it, which is always helpful. And yes, I have taken this apart before, and I've already looked up this part number. You can pick it up on Amazon for $25, which is better than buying a new grinder for $200. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing, but before we do that, we'll just go ahead and check it, or I'll show you guys how to check it. Like I said, I have already checked this and confirmed that the switch is not actually closing these normally open contacts. So you see there, line 3 to line, sorry, what's that say? Line 3 to load 1 is one set of contacts, and line 4 to load 2, that's the second set of contacts. So basically it's just switching your hot and your neutral simultaneously. So anyways, the way to test that is we're going to use just a regular multimeter with a continuity check or ohm test. So for anyone who's unfamiliar with this, when you touch these tips together, you're going to get continuity of a low resistance. So 3 ohms is pretty decent. So in order to do this, again, I wish I had more hands to show you, but I'm going to put one lead on this terminal and the other lead on this terminal here. And while I'm holding those on there, you're going to pull the trigger, and if this switch was working properly, you would see continuity when you pull that trigger. Same thing on the other side where you've got your neutral wired. So yeah, just maybe I can figure that out. Hold on. So I've got my two leads touching those two terminals. And when I pull that trigger, I should see some continuity across, but I'm not seeing anything. So I can confidently tell you that that switch is the problem. I've already tried cleaning it out with compressed air and contact cleaner and everything, but that didn't help. So one further check we can do to confirm that things are this is the issue before we place the order for the part is I'm going to bypass the switch. So I'll just kind of temporarily wire the black to black, white to white, and then when I plug it into the wall, it should energize immediately. So let's just try that out and we'll see how it goes. So we're going to go black to black. I'm just using an alligator clip here, just something to kind of create a temporary connection. I don't want to cut these ring terminals off as I will need them again. But anyways, so I'll just do that. It's a little bit hokey, but for the purposes of just testing this briefly, it should be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I do need to make sure I'm holding this down securely. And I got to plug in with the other hand at the same time. So with this kind of wired up black to black, white to white, or dirty color to white, but I know that that's correct. So here, we'll just do this real quick and confirm that the grinder motor does work and it's not the brushes or anything else. So like I said, what we're expecting to see here is that the motor energizes as soon as I plug this in. So let's check it. Okay, so that basically seals the deal. We know what's what. We know that the issue with this tool is that this switch mechanism is faulty. So yeah, like I said, for about 24 bucks, we're gonna get this thing back in business, and I consider that a win. But anyways, yeah, not that resourceful at all. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Also, I've never used Alibaba to buy anything online, so if anybody's had good experiences with that, I've heard good things, like, you know, the cost can be 3, 4, 5 times less than what you would pay on Amazon, so I'll check that out. But I have heard the shipping times are atrocious, so that's one thing that Amazon is doing right, is kind of able to get the stuff to you within a day or a couple of days. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.